All right, welcome to the Town of Fairfield Shellfish Commission meeting, June 14th, 2023. We have a call to order. We have a quorum. Present is John Short, Tim Macklin, Lizette Anhofer, Bruce Kiefner, Todd Kenke. Is Tom Course representing the Conservation Department, or?
Yes.
Tom Course from the Conservation Department.
Tim Bishop on the phone.
Hey, Tim.
Tim Bishop on the phone.
Hey, everybody. I'll be in and out.
Okay.
We're going to go to approval of draft meeting minutes of May 10th, 2023. Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
And if they did, were there any changes, corrections, or questions?
I had one change. Under new business, number 3, the TOF letter of support for the Long Island Sound Fishery. It just says the commission applied for the Long Island Sound Futures Fund. It is actually CORE.
Okay, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so just change the commission applied for the Long Island Sound Futures Fund. It's actually CORE, C-O-R-R, that applied for it, well, not the commission. Just want to make sure it's
C-O-R?
R.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Yes, sorry,
John Cohen, present.
No problem.
We're just approving the meeting minutes from last month.
Yep.
Good to go?
I missed, but it looked, I followed.
All right, someone want to make a motion to approve the meeting
So moved.
minutes?
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Committee reports, clam relay and planting. All right, as of right now, there's 33 bags of clams in the walk-in that need to be planted. We can't get the whole load of clams in one shot because of the way things are right now. So I figure we get some this week and the rest next week. So we have this week's clams. Do we want to put the clams in the 33 bags and close down till the clinic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's done.
Tim Bishop,
Yes, sir.
you there?
I am.
You there? Okay. So we have these clams that need to go in the water Thursday or Friday. Anyone
Okay.
around to run the boat?
I'm open.
Tomorrow afternoon we're open, yeah. We get it tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Tom Course
Have to
is saying
check it.
tomorrow afternoon he's got a shot.
Yes, that's. I'd leave that to Tom.
Okay. So here's the kicker. I'm not going to be around. I have to be in another state tomorrow working. So I won't be able to pick up the clams. So someone has to go pick up the clams and then get onto the boat and all that.
I have a truck.
You can do it?
Where we have to pick them up? In New Haven or
In
in?
Hancock,
Okay, gotcha.
next door to where my
Okay.
office is.
We can hit them on our way back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it sounds like Todd's going to pick up the clams, Todd and Tim. And then what time are you thinking about, Tom?
You give me anytime afternoon.
Anytime after 12?
Yep. Or 11.
And the tide is probably really high at that point, I think.
Yep.
It's high right now.
Yeah.
You want to
High right
say?
now.
Yeah, what's the could you do 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, or is that too late? How much time you want, what's the latest you could do?
Why don't we plan on 1?
1 o'clock? All right,
Yeah.
all right,
Does that work?
yeah.
33 bags, so it should be one trip, but
I'm
we gotta get them into the boat and all
I
that.
can't join.
No, that's
Sorry about that. We just were coming back from New Haven, but.
Yeah, that's enough. You 30 bags to fit 1 pickup truck, right? Or you think we should take 2?
No, it fits in one.
Fits in 1.
I put like 60 on mine.
60, okay. The Ram can handle it?
Tomorrow's high tide at 10 a.m.
High tide at 10, so it'll still be high enough at 1.
It'd be half tide, yeah.
You can get in there.
It's not a very big tide though.
Yeah.
Because we did tide the other day and it was only a 6-foot tide.
It doesn't draw much, that thing. You know, it's totally flat. So, all right. So there's 33 bags. I don't
I'll check
know,
in
we're
with
getting
you tomorrow.
$2,500 worth of clams for the
I'm checking
clinic,
with you
so
tomorrow.
this is 33, I'm not sure how many we're gonna get on the next run, but it'll be another chunk of clams.
There'll be someone there, we just tell them, you let them know we're coming?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let,
Yeah, and we're only closing for, I mean, the clinic's only a week away.
So, is it next weekend?
Yeah, 24th.
we didn't get enough rain today.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to rain more tonight.
A little bit more tonight, and
It
then,
may rain on Friday. Friday and Saturday may rain.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's, what is it, 40% chance, 70% chance.
Is anything
Week after,
significant?
same thing. You know, anything can happen. Just hopefully the best. All right, so that's all set. And then next week will be the same thing. We're gonna get clams and we're gonna have to put them in. Probably.
Could you at least give me a day or two notice?
I'm giving you a full week, Wednesday or Thursday next week. We should have the clams.
Okay.
All right? On that note, does anyone remember the commissions that were looking for clams? In that gathering, the Shellfish Commission meeting?
like,
Oh, well,
yeah, most of them.
because I guess the market's dead right now, and, the guys are just doing transplanting instead of harvesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kinda weird,
Want
but,
clams?
It's weird, it's summertime, like,
don't know.
Hmm.
All right, we'll go to water and habitat quality.
Okay,
Bruce.
we,
hit it?
got, 8.42 inches of rain.
In how many hours?
And we were, in the month of May, closed 12 and opened 19. So year-to-date, we have been closed 43 and open 108.
So, it's running about a third of the time.
Yeah.
We're open 2/3 of the time.
Okay.
So, seems average. Anything else on water and habitat?
Well, yeah, we went and did a,
Well, that's for Southport reopening.
okay, oh, yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to permits and access. Was that?
So total permits sold, we're at 257.
All right, so,
So far, there've been 82 via mail-in, and 175 online, so that was huge, us going online, really has made a huge difference.
so we'll try to make a big push at the plant clinic to get people to buy permits. We should be able to add a couple hundred. I mean, it doesn't even seem like it's getting to be summer yet, you know?
Right.
The weather's kinda like,
No, it doesn't feel like summer yet, sure.
I dropped off some receipts and briefly talked to Joanne, and she wanted to make sure that we were gonna be selling them, so maybe, Tim, can you just let her know that we definitely wanna sell them there?
Yeah, absolutely. They're anticipating that.
Oh, they are, okay, good.
Sarah and Joanne are, planning to volunteer.
Great.
So what about, to make it easy for people, let's suppose they're there for the day, they're there with the kids, whatever, and we say, hey, you can sign up for a permit. If I can print QR codes onto like a sheet of regular paper and they can just shoot it with their phone and that takes them right to the page, or they can just go through that, put those on the table?
yeah, you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, that,
It'll take them right to the sign-up page.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I know we had talked before about like helping them out, actually processing them.
Yeah, just bring some of those, maybe one or two.
I come back the 28th, and I'd be happy to volunteer to go in and help them doing some of this in town
Stuff that
hall.
comes from, yeah.
Stuff that comes in after, if there's a lot, I'd be happy, 'cause I'll have a few days off until I start
Okay.
summer school, and even then I only work
Do
half
you know
days.
Joanne, or?
No,
No, okay.
but I
We can
mean,
introduce you at the clinic. She'll
maybe,
be there, yeah.
I'm sure. I'm gonna be at the
She
clinic.
won't be.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
I'll be in Florida.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I can
so
let her know.
I'll think of you all when I'm in Houston.
either Tim Bishop or me, I'll call Joanne, or Tim will tell her that you're
To help
available to
out.
help with some.
When they, you know, even if it's act, you know, whatever, helping them stuff everything, fill out forms, whatever they need. 'Cause I know that they were kind of got overwhelmed last year, didn't they, after the clinic? Wasn't that,
They were overwhelmed earlier this year, I think.
was it this year? Oh, okay,
So after the clinic, they'll probably be
Yeah.
overwhelmed again.
yeah.
They
but-
also were down staffed too, now that they have Heather, I think
Right.
they're a little bit more
I'm
balanced.
sure
Okay.
they'd love for you to do
If they need
that,
help,
yeah.
if they need help, I'd be happy to come in and help out.
All right.
Thank you. I'll relay that to them. And it just highlights the point of how labor intensive this permit process is, which we've
Yeah.
discussed before, so,
Yeah,
hopefully.
no, I'd be
we
happy to
get
come in
together
and,
and streamline.
This
So-
QR
Thank you.
code thing could be a really good thing.
Yeah, just make it, instead of giving a bunch of URLs and go here, it's easy.
All right. Southport Beach reopening. We'll go to Sean?
Sure. So, Bruce, myself, and Cindy did a sampling yesterday. I brought it up to Milford, and I sat with Alyssa for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. So we're gonna shift into the next phase on this probably soon. So we've been giving them samples for almost going on 2 years now, consistently. And consistently, the samples by where the what's it called, Sasko River, or whatever that is, those are the shit ones. And both stations, that when the water comes out, as it's coming towards us, those are just, they've got high fecal count, whether that's, we haven't run the DNA stuff to see whether it's human, whether it's goose, whether it's duck, all this other.
Those stations, are they on the west side of the jetty?
The west side of the jetty. They're on the west side of the jetty. Yeah.
I mean, I remember years and years ago that, when that was open, because that's where we always used to go, that they would always get closed down after the big horse shows.
Well, yeah, that's, so they fixed that.
So the one that's on the other side of the jetty is not bad, and actually the one that she was expecting to be bad over the years was the one outside of the beach club. That's not so bad. So they don't have a leaky septic there, but something's going on further up. So we're gonna keep taking samples, but, in the conversation with her in terms of where should we be going with this, Sasko, and I don't know the tenure of everybody in the room, how long you've been on the commission, Sasko apparently was closed down as well and had to be dealt with to get it cleaned up.
Oh, yeah.
So Alyssa is putting together for us, let's call it the thing that we will have to start shopping through the town to say, we're gonna need to start addressing or identifying where are these leaks coming from? Can we identify whether it's from somebody's septic, or is it maybe wash off from a bunch of dog shit on a lawn when it rains and all these other things? But that's our next step. We want to get Southport open.
On that, the town right now has a company doing,
Smoke tests.
smoke tests, and I think they're videotaping, and they're running a snake inside all the sewers. I don't know where it is, but maybe if it's in the area of that
Does that work with a
watershed.
septic? You think so?
Yeah, but that's the problem. I mean, the town is doing the sewers, but the septics are separate.
Right.
And,
So if we figure out it's not the sewers, then we can start going after the septic.
yeah,
But what happens is, when, years ago at the, gathering of the Shellfish Commissioners, they did this in Norwalk, and they found that contractors that were building, they didn't realize which pipe they were putting the sewage pipe into. And they had put it into the.
stormwater.
The stormwater instead of,
Yeah.
and you think, oh, they're trying to cheat. There's no cheating, they hit the wrong pipe.
Yep.
And so you wanna find that kind of stuff, or where the pipes are close enough together and they may be broken or something, where it's getting in. But they did do the smoke testing, right? And now they're doing, I think, video. Tim, is that right, video?
Yeah, that's correct. Also, it may be helpful, Harbor Watch is already doing all kinds of E. coli testing in all 3 major water courses in town, so we may be able to double up the data that they already have in Sasko, Mill River, and Rooster River. So that's already been, they have 20 years of data for that.
Yeah. Yeah, the last, maps they had were, interesting because it seemed very clean up to the Greenfield Hill area. And then when it got down towards 95 in that area is where it turned bright red on the map. So, but.
So by the time for our next meeting, we should have, Alyssa will write up kind of our summary that we can look at. We can start to have conversations in town to say, here's what we're looking at, and here's the recommended way to kind of, figure this out. I don't know whether that's asking people to voluntarily submit the last time they had their septic checked for integrity or whatever it might be, and then we circle the ones that didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
There's dye testing and other things that she was talking about.
Also, if there's all this data from Harbor Watch, from us,
Yep.
we even had some DNA testing data from all the, aquaculture samples and that, and they all come up all the time with coliform bacteria. At some point, it's a health risk and it goes to the health department,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to push on sewer or whatever to, get this stuff fixed, right?
Yep.
So
No,
we're
you know,
building the data to be able to.
Yep.
I think working, talking to Sans Cleary about it and saying, hey, look, we're trying to figure this out, and whether or not you go up Sasko Creek in increments of 200 or 300 yards and you test there. We talked about this the other day, and you do a DNA test there, and you do that for.
So we could do the DNA, we have the company, we've done it before, we could actually do those DNA tests. They're not expensive, we have the money, and if you wanna do that, where we move up the river and get out of the tidal area,
And
the tidal area, but then after that, you're gonna find where, where it ends at least.
And I think what Sean did, talking to Alyssa, then we talked to Sans Cleary, and sort of we have a united effort so that it's coordinated, so that it's from a health standard as to the way he'd want to see it, Alyssa's experience, and we'd say, don't worry, we're gonna fund it. You just tell us what to do where, and we'll do it. And at least that would give us some benchmarks and say, it's clean to here and in this area, and then maybe you become more micro and less macro, and you say, okay, within this area, we're gonna test every,
So do you wanna start doing
500
the DNA testing again?
You still have all the filters and
Yeah.
everything?
yeah, but I think once we get a plan from Melissa and, talk to Sans about it, and I think,
The more data we have, it's sorta, right now,
If we have the stuff to do, why not just do it now?
I don't know if we have enough data, do we?
To what?
To bring to the health department.
So, well, she's gonna I don't know what their minimums or whatever it might be, but in the conversation with Alyssa, which is, what are the trends, what are we really looking at, are things moving that much? It got down to, they're not. This is the problem area, these seem to be fine. The long-term play is, you're gonna have to investigate this if you wanna open up the beach.
Marvel start.
So, I think, let's get what she's working on, she's busy, and it'll take a couple of weeks to get it, but we should have it by the next meeting. And let's take a look at that and then figure out, let's let them tell us we don't have enough data.
Right.
Rather than police ourselves.
And I still have the DNA data that we, got before,
Yep.
which was very interesting.
Maybe we did again, how much it's changed.
Yeah, you can see, it actually has the numbers and, it was, the bacteria is so fresh that it came up with swine and bovine, because whoever had pork and beef in the last couple days.
The other thing she said was, it's not even just the rain runoff, sometimes the water the water level will rise, and it might go up on someone's lawn and pull some stuff off the lawn and in, so it's a little trickier than just leaking.
and then you mentioned, John mentioned another idea.
Dog, so.
You mentioned another point, if you get a really heavy rain that's really flowing out of the Mill River, that if you were to do a current analysis, and actually they're analyzing the current right now at the mouth of Southport Harbor, if you start to see that there's a really accelerated flow rate, because they've got monitors but two of the docks at the yacht club, and then a floating one out in the harbor, at the mouth of the harbor. And if they take that data, it may be bearing out what you're saying, that we have condition number one, like we're talking about with these septics on Sasko Creek that are failing, or on occasion. And then when we have a really big flow, it gets exacerbated from the Mill River, and we see option two.
Right, so Alyssa talked about that in the past, is to put in some river gauges and possibly not go by rainfall, but go by the river gauge. And, if it's below half an inch, or half a foot or something, or half an inch of rain and whatever. But she said, if a lot of rain isn't necessarily, it can dilute the counts too. So, and sometimes those smaller rain, you get a way higher count. So, I'm not.
I think they've done some counts out by the green buoy as well as you start to come in the harbor, and that's always been clean. So the problems are coming from the other direction.
You know, we're right on the edge of being open, to tell you the truth, because when we're looking into that Minnow Smith property, so there's 112 acres right outside of Southport Beach that was deeded to the town 100 years ago, 120 years ago. But we don't have the deed right now. So, but we're looking into that, and we're talking to Dave Carey, and he was looking at all the stations outside, and they were all good except for the one that was like right at the mouth of the harbor. And he was considering if we were to had that deed and decided to lease out that piece of land, that it would be conditionally improved. So that would be an open area where you could have a harvest market. So it's pretty clean right outside of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that maybe the Mill River eddies around, or Sasko Creek eddies or something, and brings it right along the beach.
To Southport Beach.
Southport Beach,
Southport,
yeah. Southport Beach. So, all right. So we have kind of a plan.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Work.
Thank you. Commercial shellfish regs, no report. Oyster bed development. All right, so something real interesting. Jimmy Bloom called me today and asked me about the work going on in Ash Creek, and if they're doing any spat counts or anything like floating. And, do you know if they are?
Yeah, they installed them on Monday.
Yeah. No, taking water samples and looking for them.
Oh, in the actual, I think that's part of their plan. Tim might know more specifically,
So
I think that's part
here's
of the
the
plan.
reason he's calling me is, in Guilford, they've already spawned out.
Really?
Yeah. And so he said the oysters are empty. He said in one of the other creeks, the Quinnipiac, they started to spawn, and then they stopped. So they still have eggs, but they could be spawning over here for all we know.
Right.
So he wanted to know if that scientist was doing any water samples and seeing if there's any floating spat in there.
Then we can follow up with
Or checking the opening an oyster, live oyster, and seeing if there's eggs in there.
Tim might know more specifically. I mean, I know they set up their collectors, they put them all shells on a line, so they had those set up.
I put in a call to him, I said to call me back.
Okay.
I'll probably
You
email
gotta come
him.
back
Yeah.
and put that last one in that they didn't get in,
So,
deeper water?
Yeah.
I mean, if you
couldn't
went down
access
there
the
and
other water
pulled a
sample.
bunch of oysters out of there, would that tell you the answer?
no,
I mean,
it's in the water, so they float for 2 weeks.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's wondering if he's testing the water, or if he's I guess if he opens up some oysters, he could see if they've spawned out. So Jimmy's just wondering, because he wants to know if has to put in his 600,000 bushels of shell tomorrow. And now he's got me thinking, man,
Did we miss the
maybe
boat?
we have to throw our spat collectors in.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
But
Now.
still, I mean, how much does it get washed out?
Miles busy.
I mean, we put them in late last year.
yeah, I know, but I
What's
guess
the water
everything, he said everything's like 2 weeks early.
Oh, and it's
So-
so mild, just like everything bloomed early this year.
Yeah.
So,
Just 'cause it's a
I
mild
don't know,
winter.
maybe Stephen will call me back.
The water's around 60.
Yeah, but in these creeks, they can warm up, And so he's saying Quinnipiac already they started to spawn and then they stopped. And then I think the other one was up the line a little bit.
So once it starts,
They're
it
already
doesn't
spawned
continue, it can vary by, according to the water temperature? I mean, is that what?
Yeah, I guess
Usually.
when it hits 70, they usually start spawning. So, but they're already spawning in some areas. So we'll find out tomorrow.
So Steven's the guy, right, from Noah?
Stephen Arnott.
Yeah, that's the guy, okay.
Also, let's see, so that is something we have to do, is fill the spat collectors and put them in.
Tomorrow night.
Good. Anything else?
Right.
Anyone interested in doing that?
Yeah,
When
tomorrow,
next?
Friday.
Friday?
This Friday?
We should be able to do it in an hour if we
I
have
could do
4
Friday.
people.
All right.
Friday might be better if we're going out on the boat tomorrow. Maybe we can get what we need tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, we
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Can't double header.
No.
Could,
but why?
Stay late.
Bring life jackets.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we'll get what we
Just in
need
case you
tomorrow.
fall in, you know? No, do we get a bag of, a sack of life jackets, Tom, you? No?
I have a box of them, they were given to me by Stanky. A little old, but
No.
Do they still float?
We try to do it tomorrow,
It
Friday
gets
afternoon.
stormy or something.
Friday, yeah, probably Friday early.
450, 450 is low tide.
Oh, we'll just code them
Pick up the
tomorrow,
stack ledgers
and then we'll
this
put them in
Friday,
probably next week.
right? So I'll have everything moved
Friday.
off the side for you.
Code them Friday, put them in
Yeah.
next week.
Oh, since
Right?
we're on that, yep,
Think,
code them Friday, put them in next week.
Yeah.
Since we're on that, can we spray Roundup or anything down there? Tim Bishop, down at our area, at the conservation.
I think he
Tim,
said
you
he,
still on or you
he said he had to
go?
jump on and off.
I'm back.
Tim, so all around our SPAC collectors and that, there's all kinds of stuff growing and it's got a bunch of ticks in it. Can we spray, vegetation killer over there or no?
At the workshop?
Yeah,
Yeah, we could take care of that.
alright, great.
Should we wait till after we coat the collectors though? If they get on the collectors, is that gonna affect that?
No.
round up the spat.
Well, we're not gonna be able.
Yeah, we're in the process of cleaning up the workshop still, so we'll get that taken care of.
Do it along the fence.
Oh, in
You know,
between
we
the
had
two
it between,
trailers?
but now we got all the stuff in there.
Yeah,
So I feel like to go down back.
yeah.
Also in oyster bed development, I don't know that it relates to this specifically, but the town engineering department has told Deep that none of the beaches need nourishment. The reason that that's important is because Deep wanted the planned dredging in Southport. They wanted that sand not to go for oyster beds, they wanted it to go on beaches. And so engineering analyzed all the beaches and they said, there's no need. Which is good because there's no money to truck the sand around anyway.
Yeah.
But there's still no date for the Currituck.
Got it, no.
Currituck, it might not even be the Currituck.
But anything like it.
Dry dock. A
Most
lot of
likely gonna
repairs
be
going
next year,
on.
it's not happening this year though, right?
So if it really happens, it's gonna be like a January kinda
Yeah.
area. Because they're not gonna, there's no way they can do it when there's boat traffic.
Oh, no. It was never been scheduled. It's always been a wintertime
Yeah.
thing.
Got it.
All right. We're gonna go to communications.
So I know we don't need to attract more people to the clinic because we tend to fill up the parking lot every year, but we do have a duty to make sure that people maybe don't know about or alerted to it. So I'd like to request $50 to put towards Facebook and Instagram. It'll recruit people that don't follow us right now. That'll give us about 200 clicks, about between 1.2 thousand and 3,500 people will see the boosted ad. I mean, this is kind of like a digital way of hanging the banner downtown at the Green.
Sure.
We're gonna be on the patch, under events. I set that up.
All right.
I talked to Dave Kelly in IT and got him to put it onto our website, and got him to delete the 4-year-old notice that was there. So that's posted there with a link to the poster. Brian LeClaire, the harbor master, in his message to all of the boat owners in Southport Harbor, put out a thing about the blessing of the fleet and so on, and he specifically mentioned the clam clinic. So he put that there. Brenda mentioned it in her last newsletter. We'll do it again. I talked to Josh DeBella at Connecticut Post. I'm not sure whether or not we'll get anything out of it, but, so we've got, a variety of irons in the fire.
Mill River Wetlands Committee also posted it on their social media too.
Yeah,
Back to
I
Sean,
can post it out
hold on.
to like Moms of Fairfield too.
Alright, so you're gonna come up with a couple good posts for that?
Sure. Is there anything that people here wanna make sure we push out?
So,
Other than the
Lizette's
promotion
got
element.
a steel drum band
Yeah.
with
Yep.
bongos.
Well, what do we have? So what do we have for our steel drum band, where'd it go?
Do they have a webpage? Can you send me
No,
something?
she doesn't.
A picture?
Yeah, maybe I got some photos. So then,
No, because what she did, she grabbed some people she knows that she plays with. So they are not specifically their own band. They come from other stuff. So basically, I say we just use a general picture. I had asked her if she had anything. I mean, I said I would talk to her again after today's meeting, because it is a few different people. So she says, I recruited 2 more steel pan players to join me.
Oh, great.
In place of a bass. We're also bringing a small drum kit. This will give a nice sound on the beach, which will carry well.
If they'd like to be promoted so people can find them for a party, we should
But
put
they're
their
not
info.
but they're not really a band for,
Okay.
like, they're not their own band.
not yet.
Not yet.
Right.
So, I said to her, I said, if you have a card or something, you, put cards out when you're there, you can. She says we have a set of Caribbean popular and some Disney tunes, if there are children there. I said, absolutely, there are families. They're gonna play from 9:30 to 11 with a quick 5-minute break midway. And then it came out to $450 for the 3 of them, which we had already approved 500.
I'll just get some stock photos of.
Yes, stock photos of steel, yeah, and I asked her if there were like photos, I think just use stock photos.
Yep.
Like-
So I posted like a Town of Benny donated a $100 gift card, and then, Tim.
Is that gonna be, is someone gonna win that if they get
Yeah,
like
that's a prize,
the
yeah.
gold clam?
Well, last year we did like a raffle where people entered their name. I think
Raffle?
maybe we do the clam this year. I mean, but it was to get volunteer names. Basically, if you put your name down to be a volunteer, you get entered into it.
I could donate a very nice set of, oyster plates if we wanted.
I think the 3 big prizes should be picked out of a thing with someone's name on it
Okay.
versus finding a clam.
Well, the other thing
Yeah.
is there's always follow-up with that, because sometimes when we pick that out, it's at the end of the clinic, so we have to track the people down.
Right.
Well, they write down their name and
So
number.
it's not an immediate give,
Yep.
basically you have to go to their house, drop it off, which is what Josh said.
But do we wanna tie it to them volunteering? Is that what we're doing?
It's up to you guys, we can do what we did last year, or we can
I
do,
think it's up for grabs.
Or do you wanna tie it to somebody signing up for a permit?
No, because then you're knocking
Yeah.
out the people who already
I think
are
we just do it
supporting
up
us.
for grabs.
so just whoever finds the colored clam?
No, just
No, it's
have them
paper.
write down their
So
name
what,
and number and throw it in a.
so people write down their name and a phone number, drop it in the pot.
Yep.
Got it.
And we
So
could
we'll
just
have to
say,
do that.
we could say, we're doing the raffle at, what time is the clinic?
Oh, yeah.
9:30 to,
How about, rather than that, instead of a number, how about a name and a social media address, and then we can invite them to follow our page
Oh,
after we're done?
okay.
So, did you talk to?
But we're off the point that I was, so, is the whole point, is that Tim's getting, from Nordic Fish, a lobster dinner.
I can send you, I got a little printout of that if you want, I don't know if you wanna
Yeah,
post
then
that or
you
not.
can post that. And then I'm getting, another $100 gift card to Bronze Marina, which is, they have like a nautical store. It's Norm Bloom's place, so they sell lobsters, clams, oysters, all that stuff. So I'll have 3 good prizes. All right,
What's the name of that place? What's it called?
Bronze Marina,
Brown's.
Oyster Shack,
Yeah, it's Cops Island.
$100?
Cops Island Oyster Shack.
Cops Island, Bronze Marina / Cops Island Oyster Shack.
Did we wanna do anything about the scholarship?
Not now.
Okay.
And the Nordic Fish dinner, we gotta,
Sell lobster bake for 2.
We're gonna wait till, when we get to the clam clinic later.
I can tell,
Run the
I'll send you what's
communication.
So,
comes with.
all right.
And then, so those are like 3 things you can do.
Yep.
But now when you boost, you're gonna do a good post to boost, right?
say again?
So Tim and
Well,
Todd are
we
gonna be
should-
on the boat tomorrow throwing clams.
Rather than that, we should split it up. We should, well, this can be, one can be a steel drum,
Mhm.
if we wanna boost, we can decide, we can boost these things you can win. I can boost multiple ones at smaller amounts, if we want, dollar amounts, so I'll just split it up. You know, $15 for each.
Maybe you do the,
Well, we'll boost the
So we used to
biggest
spend-
one is the one with the rake, and it has all the
right.
information right
When you
there.
went to the steel drum one,
Yep,
then I'll copy and save both photos, and I'll put them together as a post into Moms of Fairfield.
Cool.
And,
so it's gonna be $20
because you always get people looking for doing stuff.
This
with
will be
their
$20 for
weekend.
the rake, 15 for the steel drum, and 15 for the contest for the 1, 2, 3.
It's fine, because we used to spend like $25 per school for that peach jar thing.
Yep.
Which
So we spent
nobody,
a lot of money.
which no parents open, by the way.
Hmm?
Which no parents open. I never opened peach jar.
Oh, yeah. It used to come to my phone, I don't know what happened. I must have deleted it. Do not send me any more email. All right, and then, so you got the band, the gifts, right?
So you're gonna do a
The
lobster
raffle.
bake thing? Are we doing anything with oysters? I have a set of oyster plates that are brand new,
No, we
that
got
someone
the-
gave me that I could like
No,
nicely
no,
tie up and we could give away,
No,
no?
no,
So,
no, someone's gonna get that doesn't want it.
What is it?
All right,
how many,
oyster plates?
just in total, how many bags of clams do you think we're gonna be putting out there?
So originally it was 50 bags of clams. All right, but, now the first flow was 33, so it depends what they catch. Because they had a big run of people wanting top necks and cherries, and those are bigger clams. And that's what we usually get, is the bigger clams, because they're a little less money. But this year, everyone wants the tops and cherries, so, we're getting some little necks, because the little necks are available.
Yum.
Yeah.
So we get a price, and then things change as they pull them out of the water.
So 33 bags is what we're thinking?
That may have
That's
to
another
take everything down to
week.
the clinic then.
Yeah,
there's more coming down.
in
I
Florida.
just wanna say,
If he's not going.
I wanna say,
Yeah.
200,000
Taking my mom back.
clams in Fesco.
Well,
How many,
Taking my mom back.
let's go, if we got 50 bags, how many,
yeah, but we're talking about 8,000 clams, 9,000 clams.
We're not doing
total,
like the parks, we're doing like.
9,000 clams,
So just make it 10.
10,000.
Yeah, it goes different to-
When we do a relay, we put in approximately 35 to 40,000.
Yep.
But that's 120 bushel.
That's fine.
Bags are a little less than a bushel. All right,
But I think that's important, because when I talk to people about this, and I say, explain what we do at Southport Beach, how it's safe because we test the water, and then we say, and we stock it. I mean, we put out, and I've always said, I've used a number like 10,000, which is off by an order of magnitude. You know, but if you say in the course of the summer, or course of the year, we put out 75,000 clams or something like this, people go, wow, there are a boatload of clams out there. And friends of mine have come back after the clinic and said, this is great. I mean, they get a lot of clams for free, and they say, yeah, I'll spend $20 to get a permit, you know, and they'll get it and their kids have a wonderful time. It really becomes a family event where people.
do we have any signs of, like, that say permits and point to Joanne, or people will get it? Or when they're.
Do we
Yeah.
have a sign? Do we have anything that says, like a
I don't
That's
know,
a
we
permit?
might. Do we?
Well, I mean, I
we
think
do.
we have usually have a table where you've been sitting
Yeah.
before. I mean, I think we put some stuff there and says, you know, just
There is a sign, I guess.
put the QRs and says, do we have one that says permit, the
We
sign?
have one.
Yeah.
Put the right
We have
front.
one,
Yeah, there was
You can
one.
figure that out.
All right, we're done with communications?
Yep.
Yep.
The only other thing was Tim Bishop, that banner, where was it? Wow.
That was at the Economic Development office for apparently several years.
All right, so,
It is now in my office on the floor.
did you take a look at it, by any chance?
I didn't open it.
Do you think it's something where we can just sort of like, put a white sticker over the number and stencil in a new number instead of bringing it in?
Yeah, yeah, even like white duct tape or something like that. You could
All right.
put right over it. It does look like it already has that.
Okay, so we'll just do that again, and then we have to get it hung down Sherman Green, I guess.
I mean, do we have time
Yeah,
for
they
that?
do it every
Out?
Monday.
Every
Okay.
Monday? Alright, so we'll have to grab it, get it done,
Okay, grab it.
and then,
Jen's
hope
good.
that they'll do it for us. I don't know if we have to put in notice on that or
I feel
not.
like I wish I could do it, but I have a graduation
She,
party this weekend.
yeah, no, she's
Alright.
got like those little sign things, so I'll.
So we'll figure that out.
I'll try to pick it up, Tim, I'll try to pick it up tomorrow, Friday.
She's gonna be so happy you volunteered her.
Yeah, no problem. I'm out of the office Thursday, Friday, but,
Okay,
somebody could go in, you could go in and get it.
okay, it's in your office?
Yeah, it's, you'll see it. It's obvious with the other rolled up maps.
Got it.
Alright. Downwellers. We're gonna let,
The now.
for,
Can I ask one more question? Because I know that Susan's gonna ask me, is how does she get paid? Like, what happens? Will you have a check for her that day? How does
Hair
it
and
work?
clamps.
what is it? You know, the oyster still has
Money?
purple. We got a lot. We want,
How does that work for her?
um,
Just 'cause I didn't know, 'cause
so
we've never
what we'll
hired
have to
someone
do
for an
is
event.
Talk to Joanne, does she have like, so she
I
can't.
asked her if she could
Right,
like
she
make,
can't, because
an
she'll
invoice.
then become a vendor right away, that's a pain in the neck. I could give her cash, and then I get reimbursed, I guess.
okay, I mean, I'm sure she'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
I didn't know like who's gonna pay her, how she's gonna.
otherwise she has to become a vendor.
She's
gonna
kind
get
of
a check
nicely
from the
been
town.
kind of skirting around the question, and I was like, I really don't know until I go to this meeting, so.
Okay, so that's what we'll do.
So I'll let her know that she'll be paid in cash. Okay,
We better put a jar on,
at the event.
money for the
Right?
band.
I mean, yeah.
And she's gonna bring like, she said she's gonna bring like tambourines and some little drums and stuff like for kids were there, so.
Okay.
Sounds nice.
We need a fire breather guy.
Juggler.
Alright, so Tim's gonna tell us about the downwellers, upwellers. We're gonna change that to upwellers,
Yeah.
alright, for the next meeting, because we changed the flow from down to up.
Which,
So we'll call it downwellers tonight, next month.
never again.
Call it up.
From now on up,
Alright, go ahead, Tim.
No, let Todd do it.
Todd doesn't know
Yeah.
that.
What
Alright,
do
go
I
ahead.
know, right? Well, we did go retrieve the bags and run them through the sorter, and then we, placed them in the new bins that are green, that have a lot more flow. And we changed it from downwelling to upwelling, which should keep all of the pseudo feces stirring around in there so they don't, choke out, which the water is looking much clearer. They all have a bunch of flow, although we, did lose some flow today.
Yeah, but the water was still clear, just, I think they were starting to lose some oxygen. But
Right.
We'll check it tomorrow.
So the pump shut off, Tim happened to stop down there today. They were down there Monday, so
Could have been
hopefully
24
they're
hours.
okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
How big were the oysters in the bag?
They're an inch and a half.
Mhm.
But, oysters, they stay shut all winter,
Yeah, they don't grow.
so hopefully they just closed up. And
But from the time we put them in on Saturday to Monday, you
Yeah,
could
they-
actually see a tiny little bit
They
of
had
growth
an
on
eighth
there.
inch.
Do we know
new
why
rim
the pump
immediately.
shut down?
Wow.
I think the lid might be loose.
The lid might be.
Yeah, I mean, no,
It was, the
they
pump was
had
running, it's
two
just there was no
good
water
water
flow
figures.
through it.
Wow.
Two C-clamps.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah,
I have the new, knobs to tie it on there, it's just,
it's stripped. You
It's-
can't, we
yeah.
have to risk
assemble the whole thing.
blasting that whole corner and then needing the whole new housing.
Yeah.
So, C-clamp. I'll just have to get a
Maybe we
stainless
should
steel
get
one
a-
instead of mine that would
Yeah, I think we'll
rust.
clamp it for this year and
So
then
they sell those.
see a little when we shut it down.
Maybe even a quick rip.
Oh, yeah.
I have several of those. Oh.
But we'll probably be cleaning them like once every 2 weeks, so we'll just send out, people are around when we clean them. Shouldn't take that long.
Worst case scenario is all the oysters are dead.
Oh, Mr. Erickson did that again.
Well,
And then, hopefully Jimmy Bloom said he'd give us a total of clams. So we have room for clams anyway, so we're gonna try growing some clams in there for a little while,
mhm.
and then planting them in an area down at Sasco, where we can see them grow.
Do we know what happened with the steamer?
We did go look last week, and
Yeah.
some challenges of finding the exact location where they actually were, because they're, maybe,
But the cup though, right, you found the cup?
I don't believe we found much.
No, he did a test one
He
over
did?
in the creek, where he put them in a planter,
I
to
gotcha.
make sure we could perfectly retrieve, and everything in there was dead.
Yeah, worms apparently is what the word on the street is.
They're worms or they were dead before we got them, one or the other. But steamers didn't work out, so.
They have, like, we saw them again on Sunday, they've got another like 100,
They got a bunch
100,000.
that they're trying-
Steamers?
Yeah.
They
Why?
grow them again, I don't.
Oh, they probably
Steamers
thought
are the
we're.
bomb.
Gotta
I
need
love
'em.
Steamers
Yeah.
are the bomb.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we get these clams,
Yeah.
a total of clams is, you know, it could be, I don't know, 30,000 or something. So if we can get them growing,
That'd be
you
great.
know, that's like a relay right there.
Mhm. Yeah, why are we growing oysters?
And then, you know,
Half and half,
it's not.
That'd be
Need more
kinda fun.
upwellers.
That would be fun to do half and half.
yeah. 3 of each.
Why
You could
not?
always beg, well, no.
Mm-hmm.
This is Stephen Arnott, sorry.
Okay.
All right, we're done with downwellers.
Upwellers.
Reports from Conservation Department. Shellfish fund balance, $32,030.99 as of May 31st, 2023. So, shellfish permits, 257 as of May 31st, 2023. Closure period, open 108, closed 43, we already heard that. They put the budget, you know, the status here. We never comment on it. Old business. That, lawyer that was here, Chris Russo, last meeting,
Yep.
he sent over the new language. Do you want me, did I email it to all you, or do you want me to?
No, you
I
didn't.
have not seen it, no.
No.
So basically, he changed the language to everything,
Can you read it?
is prohibited, but, you know, human powered or sailboats without a fixed keel. They can use sailboats without a fixed keel, that's the only thing. And then canoes, kayaks.
That's what, can be docked at the dock?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they can bring in a swing keel boat, but from what I understand, they still draw 2.5 feet, so, or something like that. So they're not really gonna get in at
A
any
very short window
Yeah.
of time.
So we'll give them the okay. Go ahead and use that, and
Do we have a copy of that somewhere?
I can send out the email to everyone. if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Any other old business? Okay. New business, 2023 clam clinic, June 24th, 9:30 a.m.
Rain or shine?
Start. Rain or shine to an extent.
The 9:30 is, wait, because they'll get there like 9. They said they'll start playing as soon as they,
People usually show up at half
So
hour.
9:30 is the
Yeah.
start time. We need to be there 8 o'clock.
People start showing up at 9.
Yeah. Usually we're there at like 6:30, this time 8. So we need to make sure that that chain is gonna be open for us at 8 o'clock.
I'll make sure it's open.
Alright, so we make sure that chain is open. Good. Alright, and then the beds will be closed up until 9:30, when the horn blows, and then the beds are open. So, that's something, 9:30. Maybe
Change
Tom,
the
you just
sign.
flip the sign. Thanks.
When are we officially shutting them, so I can announce that?
So, the clams are gonna go in tomorrow afternoon, right?
Mhm.
So I guess they close at sunset tomorrow.
Okay.
No, not sunset,
We
Well,
can text you as
before.
soon as they're in. yeah.
before, probably at noon tomorrow, the beds will close.
Okay.
How's that?
Yep.
Alright, so Lizette's not gonna be able to make it. Bruce, you're gonna be at the clinic,
Yes.
okay? Sean,
I'm there.
Todd,
Yep.
John, yeah, Tim,
Yep.
and Cindy, maybe, should be there.
and Eric, and I didn't know whether or not Eric may end up coming down to help out too.
Alright, so Eric's gonna be there to take Lizette's position.
Hopefully.
Clinic,
We'll see, he'll make him
what do you
down,
normally take care of while we're there? Teaching?
helping people,
Alright, so you can go.
just being out there helping people, so
Alright.
John, do you want me to order cups?
if he can make it, he'll be there.
Yes,
Yes.
How many?
same.
200? Is that enough?
Yeah, isn't that what we did last time?
Do you go to Globe and get them?
No, I never go to Globe. I buy all this stuff for the pancake breakfast at St. Paul's, so
Okay.
I buy 1,000 for St. Paul's, but I'll buy it, but these are 7-ounce hot drinks cups.
Okay. Cause you also just pick them up at Globe too.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
they're,
interesting.
they're a lot more expensive.
Norm Bloom has a whole stack, cases of canisters like that, but they'd be too big, you know?
Oh,
They have-
Yeah, I use the 7-ounce cups. I use 7-ounce cups.
too bad he wouldn't wanna donate his
Yeah,
name
no.
on it.
He would get it, yeah, he would donate them. I mean,
Well,
the thing
advertising.
is, the chowder will go fast, you know? those-
Yeah,
and
can't
they're
give out that
plastic,
big.
so.
Yeah.
Well, it all depends how big the scoop is.
Right.
All right,
Cindy
so,
said she was stuck at Child Guys, she'd be here, but she says she'll get 3 raffle prizes and paint the shells, so we probably just need some,
tell her to look into Weeby 108. They have the gift cards. I know they do a $50 you can get for $25. So I don't know if the lower denominations you can get for half price also.
for what?
It was on the radio. It's either Star 99 or, I think it was Weeby. There's some kind of promotion where there's certain places.
Oh, vendors that you can get $25 for, you get a $50 gift card for $25.
Yeah.
Got it, okay, got it.
It's either 99 or 1079. Weeby 108 or, I don't even know what 99.9 is. It was one of the two. I just don't know.
It's one of
We
the
did like
buttons on
10
your
last,
radio.
10 last year, right? So we need some more?
Yeah, so, yeah, so we got 3 major prizes. We need a lot more for the kids.
Yeah.
So that's 6. Yeah, at least another 5, or 4. Who else, last year did you get, Tim?
We usually do like Sunny Days, Dairy Queen, Saugatuck Sweets, that popsicle place. I
Oh,
asked last
Dave.
year, but that manager wasn't there, but I can go back there.
You know, we can also just purchase some too.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll make sure we have gift cards. I'll call Cindy. Or I'll-
Maybe hobby,
I'll ask her where she got the.
for kids is that Hobby Town, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
the Hobby Town, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Right at the pops there.
Yeah.
I think that overall, people, prizes aside, people are impressed by the fact that the whole thing is for free. It's done really well. They give you the bags, we loan you the rakes, we give you ice when you come out.
Yep.
I don't know how many people said, how much is the chowder? And we give them the chowder. So
I was charging. It was fun.
Yeah,
How do you think,
know,
what that bronze?
that pays for all your ads.
You're right. Getting all these
Done
cars,
it.
come on.
Yeah, I think like.
The
Mentioning that,
shoes don't buy themselves, come on.
on the bags, Norm Bloom donated,
Give out like, yeah, just buy
the little red bags.
$1
Oh.
or
that just
$3.
makes
They have like these-
So last year we loaded up stuff in my truck the night before, I think, because we were getting there early, so I want to meet and load up trucks on Saturday morning.
Buy a
I'll load
couple
up the
of
night
those and
before, I
then-
mean,
And this
it's
is
late
like-
enough if we're getting there at 8.
I'll go check that
All
out.
right,
You know what I mean?
So,
It's
yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's the beginning of the year, kids need new,
all right.
Yeah,
Beach
beach
stuff.
toys.
So,
So that's
Sean
kind
said
of
last year we loaded up the
kind
night
of thing.
before.
Yeah.
We put a lot of stuff in his truck. Do we wanna do it the night before, or since it's a little later this year, we meet at conservation at 7:30 or something? Put the stuff in his
I think
truck.
it's probably easier.
Yeah.
The night before. the
Good
morning.
warm up.
I think Saturday morning, put some coffee, load it up, drive
That
it
was my
over.
question. I mean, we gotta load that trailer up. Do you wanna do it the night before, or you wanna do it the morning of?
The trailer I would do night before, right? 'Cause
Trailer
there's a lot
night
of races.
before.
We can
So
So we
combine.
could also,
Who's showing up?
can you
Be
show
there.
up?
On
the
Friday?
night before?
Should
Well, we're gonna be
yeah.
doing-
What we'll do is we'll fill 2 coolers with ice, we'll put those in your truck,
Yep,
and then the ice machine will fill up a little more, and we'll fill another cooler in the morning.
fun.
Alright, and we'll put all the rakes onto the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we're there,
Yeah.
we might as well load stuff up
Yeah, we
anyway.
can load it up.
Wanna get it
Yeah.
signed
Put the tent in.
Friday?
Yeah, let's do it Friday night, if we can, enough people.
What time, I mean, I guess we can start before you leave to load up the rakes, and then people can just truckle in as they're free. So, what time do you wanna start loading wakes in the afternoon, Friday afternoon?
I gotta be there to watch the shop,
Yeah.
so, I mean,
What time do you usually lock it up?
3.
3.
Can you fill 2 coolers of ice before that? Or empty the ice machine into a cooler?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
just leave it in the cooler outside the shop, so we can put it on Sean's, in his truck.
Well, then who's gonna help me load all those rakes?
Yeah, we can trade it.
Oh, we're
Well,
gonna
I don't
come.
understand,
We'll come.
because the rakes aren't in the shop, they're in the trailer, they're in the storage unit. Can't we just take the rakes out of the storage unit and put them right on the trailer?
Oh, you're gonna do that? You don't need me there?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
No, 'cause aren't you doing the next day? You're gonna be there all day, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, we're gonna need you to take the rakes from the beach and help put them onto the trailer, and then take the trailer back after the clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering who's gonna be there Friday, so that's.
I can't be there, so,
Well,
until later.
we can try to get it started Friday afternoon, like around 2, and then whatever we get done, and then anybody else wants to come in after you shut things down, we'll close up the trailer.
It'll take that long.
I should be there, I'm coming back from Maine Friday morning, so I should be
Yeah.
there mid-Friday
You know,
afternoon.
Friday.
6-hour run.
Yeah.
Just text us and
Yeah, let us know. We'll just go when you're there.
I might be able to be there. That's
You
right.
better be, John.
Busy.
Black
Those rakes don't load.
You're gonna be in Massachusetts.
All right, so then, Lizette's handling getting the band there,
Okay.
Eric's gonna help.
Crap.
Bruce, you're doing the chowder, all right?
You are as well.
Yeah, Bruce's chowder's the
I
real deal.
really, I like.
I'm doing the New
relish.
England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what the people want.
I
They
really.
only take the
crave
Manhattan and add the
Manhattan.
palate cleanser before the New England.
Good Manhattan.
Really hot, it's nice
Yeah.
to have the Manhattan.
It was nice to have
I like
both,
the-
John.
The New England in the early morning, and then towards the end of it, it's like,
Yeah.
Hey, you
Chaser.
want the Manhattan chilled?
Yeah.
I've never tried
You-
it.
Like a Bloody
I've
Mary.
actually tried any of the clam chowder
Chowder
at the clinic.
Well, basically just Bloody Mary mixed with clams.
Oh, vodka.
Maybe we should add a little vodka to that.
Sean, what did you do last year? Did you help people clam?
I'm sort of a journeyman,
You
I think on
alright.
all the different stations.
Okay, you do that.
I mean, I
Public
can't guarantee
relations,
Eric will be
how's
there,
that?
but good chances are he'll show up.
You're a good public relations guy, right?
Depends what's going on with the kids, but yes.
Todd, did you do anything last year?
No,
he was the rake man.
I just-
You were the rake,
Good.
oh,
Rake
who's
man.
working the rake tent?
Rake
yeah,
man
I
right
handed
there.
every rake and I
Just
gave
you?
them ice and an onion
I just do
bag.
rake
and-
Does
yeah.
everybody have,
So you guys can split with rakes and
Yeah.
all that.
everybody's got T-shirts, right?
Does everyone have
Oh,
rake
yeah,
t-shirts?
I'm aware.
Now,
I have more, we found
Red
some of the
ones?
red ones, so I have more red ones, and then we also have the Zasco ones.
And you got your hats too.
Yeah.
Well, the red ones mainly 'cause so people know that we're the commission.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That, you
can we
know.
reach out to any of our former commission members that are still around, if they'd like to come out and help at the
Sure.
clinic,
Like Bob Billick. Rick
to help people
Dufresne.
out in the water, showing them how to do it?
We can send out an email, yeah.
I bet you some of them would come out.
Yeah, they might have shirts too. All right,
We'll have extra.
all right, so you guys are
Yeah, 'cause I just
gonna
can't
work between the
Full
rakes and.
commitment.
Yeah.
Tim, are you still there?
Hold the fork down.
Still here.
You said the shirts, you said there were shirts in the basement too?
Yeah, they're in our department cage, locked in the basement.
Can
There's a
Joanne
plastic-
or,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
lift that
Joanne's
plastic
laid
thing?
down there. They're in a
Okay.
plastic bin. I think there's 40 to 45 T-shirts.
okay, when I grab the sign, I'll, see if she can take me
There's
down there.
another bin that I had too, and I think it might be in the.
You gave it to me,
I gave
with
it
red
to you.
shirts? Yeah, I have
All right,
red
and it's
shirts.
got like stickers in there and stuff?
Yeah,
All right.
hats, stickers, and red
So,
shirts.
you can give stickers out to kids, or, you know,
Yeah.
someone buys a permit, you can give 2 stickers.
Do we wanna raffle off or give out a T-shirt and a hat for one of the clams?
Yeah, that's a good prize. So we'll,
We have it for free already, no?
I have some gold spray paint in my truck, we'll do 1 gold one, and that'll be the hat and shirt.
The hat and shirt?
And then the colored ones can be for the gift card.
Got it.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, I want the gift cards, not the hat and shirt.
We usually glitch and pick. So if an adult finds it, then
I'd like a new hat and shirt.
we'll encourage you.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be
They'll be
there.
in the water. Last year I didn't find any of those colored ones.
No,
I've never found the color funny.
kids did.
You know why?
And yet, we want the kids to.
Why I don't find them? 'Cause I'm digging for live clams.
Right.
I'm not digging for empty shells.
You're feeling the shell, and you're like, yeah, but I want that, I'm not pulling that up.
All right.
You hear the difference.
I
So you're on
invited,
for Manhattan, right? You-
Say what?
You are making chowder.
I really
a
want
big
your
giant
Manhattan.
pot of Manhattan.
Didn't answer.
I invited, Brenda, I saw her at the, Pequot, she knows about it.
Tim said she was coming.
Yeah, she'll probably come. I invited Tony Wang.
Do you want Kristen Vahey?
Yeah, she usually comes.
I
Does
have
she
to.
come? I
yeah.
can reach out to Kristen, I can
So-
send her a text.
Yeah,
You text
I was
her,
just
and
with her the other
invited,
night, saw her.
I just
Jennifer
saw her today
Leeper.
at the,
So,
christening of the new Caitlin.
she'll probably show up too. So we'll have a few,
Should we invite Alyssa? Would she come?
yes, we can invite her, but they usually don't come.
Yeah. Tessa knows about it, we told her about it, I don't know
Yeah,
if
so
we're gonna send anybody or not.
we'll email Tessa again, I'll email the aquaculture staff. See, the thing is like, they like to get paid when they come, so unless they really wanna go clamming, they ain't coming, you know?
They
Their
do it
job all the time,
Yeah.
so.
They're not Kardashians, we're not paying them to come to this
Yeah.
party.
I did invite Michael Jordan and Taylor Swift, haven't heard anything yet, but
I
there's.
think Dave Tate's busy that day.
Leo.
Leonardo?
I couldn't find their
You haven't
emails
seen them? Are
online.
they back this summer?
Right?
Adam Sandler, is back around?
Anyone else we need to invite, like dignitaries or whatever?
Anybody from like the oyster projects, any of the different things?
We should probably send it out to like Zosha and, so there were a lot of people that showed up this summer, I don't know. It's not worth inviting them, right? No, not that.
Oh,
Street thing.
yeah.
I think we're gonna have plenty.
How about the folks that took you out to
Whom?
lunch at Boca?
Oh, Q? I can invite them, they're down in DC. I mean, they do like to spend money, maybe they'll fly up, and go plan.
During the week, though.
Yeah, during the week, it's the same story, right? I'll email them, you know, I mean, it's 10 days away or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, even
you
if
never
you
know.
email, even if you invite them and then just afterwards send them some
Right.
pictures, and that's
Okay.
good mileage.
We'll put the tent either in your truck or Todd's truck or my truck or something.
You got the cooker too?
Cooker's down there.
got
Make sure
another-
that we have a full can of propane.
We don't need any power, right?
No, we don't need any power.
The, speakers.
The band? No, the band was not speakers,
I
right?
told the band there'd be no power.
Yeah.
So they said that's why they're using the drums that they're bringing,
Okay.
because they'll carry nicely, they said.
Have an inverter, that's
I went for that lamination, hardcore radio permits,
Lightning?
Oh, laminator?
need power for that. I could bring, I
But
could,
she doesn't write the permits though.
She just takes the
She takes the
information and then
information
we
and-
mail them after.
That's what I volunteered to help with after, is to go into the office and help them do it, and they mail them out. They don't do the whole laminating thing then.
Alright, so I figured we'll start it off like last year. I'll say something, Todd and someone else maybe will give a little demonstration on the soft sand on how to clam. We'll put some golf balls under the sand, Todd will find them, throw them in the water. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's up for whales.
Do you have your bullhorn? Did we ever find it?
So, I auctioned it off in my auction,
Oh.
but it didn't work all the time.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know what, let someone else deal with it. So I'll get my hands on a bullhorn, I'll go to United Rentals or, I'll see how much they are, maybe we just need one,
Yeah.
you know? Maybe the police will donate one for the day or something. I'll get a bullhorn. So, I'll say whatever I gotta say, Todd and maybe someone else can give a little demonstration on how to clam, and then, blow the horn. Should we pick anyone to blow the horn, or should Campbell blow the horn?
Yeah, he said he's gonna be there, we're gonna have him do it, or?
Alright,
Or Brenda.
or
Yeah.
Brenda. Yeah,
Well, Campbell will be there,
It's
right?
campaign season. Brenda.
Is he bringing any
Brenda and Brian
Yeah.
should be out there.
any helpers?
I don't know.
I'll ask him.
Well, Campbell.
So do we need
They're
to
all
send
at
out
school
a
now, so-
email or a post about volunteers?
I could send one to all of the lists that we got last year and let them
Sure.
know if anybody wants to come.
Maybe-
Do what?
Maybe have a special, raffle for the volunteers.
That's what we did last year, that was the big
So we could do
prizes.
one of them for the volunteers and then do two
I
others.
mean, if we're talking about the younger kids too, it doesn't have to.
Oh, you mean people that show up to volunteer?
Yeah. There's
Well, we
lots
could
of
give
people
one of
that
the-
do
We can get that, I would give them a shirt or a hat, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just have to go
sure.
beach hat, not the
Yeah.
red ones, yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Tim, you're handling the Fairfield Police?
Yep.
And what else were you handling?
What was that? I forget what was in my email. PD and Tom, you know, the rake preparation in the morning, what you guys talked about.
And the chain, open
So
permit.
is it possible to not give out any parking tickets until after the clinic is over this year? Like, can we talk to?
Yeah, I could reiterate that to the PD.
Right.
There's a new,
And then if people are coming in and they're going to the clinic, they may not have a sticker.
Right, like the band, people who are coming for the band don't have a
Can
sticker.
they their car will be there with no sticker.
I don't know.
if they
Those drums are kinda big.
I know.
So I think we just tell the whoever's on duty in the booth and the police officer we have there that we'll just we'll just give them something clinic.
Maybe I'll tell her to put something on, like, yeah, maybe I'll tell her to print something out that says, you know, band.
Yeah, I'll send an email, to the chief, as well as Parks and Rec so they're aware,
Email to her.
just a reminder.
And then after 12, it's, you know,
Mhm.
fair game, I guess.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, get out of here or else you're gonna get.
There's a real big thing right now. So, this guy online, what is he, Hamlet Hub? He's shaming everybody that's leaving garbage on the beaches. So, before the clinic starts, I'm gonna say, this beach is gonna be cleaner than when we started, because this guy is going off the wall. He's posting
Really?
pictures of kids and stuff like that, and
I haven't seen that.
the garbage cans are overflowing, I mean, you don't attack kids for that, but I don't want that coming back on us. So when we're done, every piece of garbage is gone, right? And if the garbages are overflowing, I'll
Take it out.
I'll get some the contractor bags and we'll take it with us. I don't know the person personally.
Yeah, we really shouldn't be generating that much trash, I mean,
Right.
cups.
Yeah.
But you know that this guy's a hound right now, so.
Well, it's a good idea, doesn't it?
Let's invite him
No,
to
we-
pick up trash there when we're at the clinic, he can be our.
I mean,
Well, I'm just saying.
if they get the beaches clean, why should you mess with them?
No.
Anything else on the clinic? No. All right.
Nope.
Informational. Is there any information out there? Oh, I sent out a story. Did I send it to all of you, or
Yeah.
about the guy that died in St. Louis from Vibrio?
No, I didn't see that.
Did I only send it to Tim Macklin?
No.
No, I got
Oh,
it, send it as a
Email?
text.
Yeah.
I didn't get a
Was it a
text.
text?
I thought
Yeah.
it was a text. It was a text.
It was a text, just a link on a text.
Okay, I got it.
And there's that,
No,
thanks,
Tom.
Tom, talk to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whatever. So, someone had oysters in St. Louis. 2 days later, they're dead from Vibrio. And,
Flesh feeding bacteria.
so Vibrio is,
Oh, good, I didn't
pretty
get that.
dangerous. Especially if you're eating oysters in St. Louis.
Vibrio is a bacteria that
Yeah.
can get
I don't
into
know if I can add you.
shellfish.
Yeah, I know.
By the
You
time
didn't include me.
I didn't know what it was
Oh,
called.
you know why? Because it goes to your email or something.
Oh,
I put your name there, but it probably sent it to nothing. I can pull it up.
I got it.
Oh.
All right. Anything else on information? What about other? Bruce, you got any other?
Well, the only interesting thing I saw was that Race, who's, put out a piece about the bridge, their Pleasure Beach Bridge that they're disassembling in Bridgeport. It's a big, big project. But what relates to us is they were talking about exactly what we're talking about at Kinsey Point. Potentially, if they ever pull out those pilings, and they're pilings that they're pulling out here, and the process that they went through very, very cautiously of putting in curtains all around it and monitoring everything. So, that's what I would expect them to do here. The technology, Race knows all about it.
Oh, there's technology, yeah. It's
And
what DEEP requires of them.
And it was fascinating because
Don't put out more crap in that water.
Yeah, I think the Bridgeport Harbor over in that gut over there,
A lot more contaminated than.
there's been a lot of industry dumping there, and Carpenter Steel was there forever, and they had that power plant there. It's probably pretty loaded up with PCBs and stuff down under that mud, so we, you know. On the beach there, yeah, they're gonna, when they pull those pilings, yes, there's gonna be some stuff that comes up.
Whether they'll have a curtain or not. I guess.
Hopefully, yeah, if they have a curtain, if not, maybe they do it at a low tide.
And I noticed that AAA had a piece in its magazine that talked about oysters or shellfish, talking to the different states, and in Connecticut it mentioned Cops Island.
Oh.
It's kind of cool.
Well, Cops Island ain't going out of business anytime soon.
No.
We just fed them a big pile of cash.
Yeah.
But if anyone does wanna have the best fried oysters they've ever had, go to that Cops Island Oyster Shack.
Really?
That's Matt Stewart.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
So.
Really?
And if you wanna get the best
Yeah,
oysters,
fried oysters are my favorite.
It's right there.
I know, my sister goes all the time, I just never
70
get.
cents a piece.
Wow.
And they are really good.
Where's this?
Well, Cops Island, they have a store in Stratford, and they have another one over in Norwalk.
Have they opened up the
And
store?
you just go there and tell them how many
In
you want.
Stratford for just purchasing?
I want a dozen, I want
Yep.
10 dozen,
Fully operational.
whatever, they come
Yeah,
out.
go,
and
you
do
ever
it.
been down there?
No, not the
They're
new,
all
I was the one in Norwalk, I haven't been, my sister
You don't
goes
go to
like once a
Norwalk
week.
anymore.
My sister goes like once a week. I go in, I get stews, I do my shopping, get stews, and then I go and I get my clams and my oysters, and I go home.
We're on
You know,
other
I got
right now, is
5
once
dozen.
you go down to Brown's and you eat at the Oyster Shack, you don't go back to Norwalk anymore.
No?
No, you
What
have to
time
eat
do they close?
there,
I
right?
haven't had dinner.
It was wonderful.
I mean,
The shop is not open
Barbecue
Sunday.
place.
You're not gonna eat that?
You could have oysters,
Where's located?
Chino, oysters Rockefeller,
Right.
fried oysters.
You're all on the other line.
Fried oysters are,
whole
fried
belly.
This
oysters,
is at Brown's.
Oh,
are
fried
my
oysters,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
that's like my favorite.
Fresh,
Stratford.
cook 'em right there,
Stratford, yeah.
and bread 'em and
That
fry
is my
'em.
favorite.
I think he
They
put
don't-
it in the
Yeah, I
now.
had Eric, I had Eric do,
far,
we wanted the oysters
But
from here.
Norm's, I mean, his
and
boats
he
are right out there,
gave
with
me-
the other guys.
They're all
Well,
Boone
we were
Brothers
eating-
property.
Yeah.
G&B was bringing in clams, and they were probably the clams for us.
Right, yeah.
So,
So,
That was neat.
I have a question about something, and I don't know if it's in
and I
the,
keep my boat there too, so
No,
the
you-
boat ride's $50.
so I knew, at the beginning, someone mentioned something about scholarship.
Yeah,
So, we had the award ceremony
Yeah.
award this past week.
Yeah.
And is the Shellfish Commission able to give out a scholarship to someone who's going to pursue,
marine sciences.
yeah,
Yeah.
why don't we?
Because we have to collect money to do that.
We can't use
So
our,
We're not gonna use permit
So
money.
we can't use
or
permit
something
money to
like
do that, okay, that's
We
what I
could,
was curious about, that's what I was curious about.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So-
All right,
Mill River.
that was my curious,
So we could-
that's what I was
we
curious
could
about,
try
because
to
you have other things that do
get
it, I didn't know whether or not.
donations to do like a $500 scholarship to each one of the schools for a student that is gonna study marine sciences.
Okay,
And, how many awards did they give out? Like 60, right?
I gave out quite a few.
Mill River Wetlands Committee does it. They gave out $2 $1,000
Right.
for each high school, and they just did 2 fundraisers. They did trivia night, 2 trivia
Is
nights.
that how they did it? Okay.
So they got the
That's what
money
made me
that way.
think about it, is because they did something that was
Yeah.
like, because you're like, when they say something like, oh, like, I can't do something tonight, I have a Shellfish Commission meeting, they're like, what is that? Like,
I know.
what do they do? Like, we have that? Like, yeah, we do.
There's only a certain number of people who are actually interested in shellfishing altogether.
But I think they just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
a lot of people don't know, yeah. They think the water's dirty, they don't like to go in the water,
That's
they
true.
don't eat,
Or people that didn't grow up, yeah, you're right.
oh, if you don't like the shellfish, you gotta keep.
Deal breaker.
Right.
We work our way into
Right.
people.
I thought it was nice to be able to be like focusing towards those kids, who are
So,
in
yeah,
aquaculture
that's-
school
The
that.
other thing is communication, so we're gonna work on that, we're just not gonna work on it right now.
Right. Well, because it wouldn't be till, I mean, it's like I'm saying, that'd be a year from now.
It's
But-
a year from now, yeah.
Yeah, they did their fundraiser. I think they did one in February and then one in
And I'll say,
April
like,
or May.
I mean, $1,000, that's a big
So,
one. A lot of
here's the
a lot of the scholarships were smaller than that.
If we do it, we're
Yeah.
doing it in a way where people just donate money versus having to have a trivia night twice a year.
Yeah.
We do enough already, that, unless someone really wants to
Yeah,
do that, I
plan
don't
it.
know. But, I'm not doing it, because I'm
Right.
too good at trivia.
No, those
No,
other
I'm
people.
just not,
Not
you
fair,
know,
John.
it's just too much we do already.
Yeah.
Googling.
So, we'll work on that down the road.
Okay.
All right, so back to, now you remind me of something. Tim and Todd are gonna be on the boat putting in clams tomorrow. You want them to take a little video, pictures,
Absolutely.
send it
Yep.
over, and you
Yep.
can put one of your little,
Yep, 100%.
you know, with the music and all that.
Whatever you take, we'll put it together.
Make
You
sure I'm
can
in
do a
it.
really cool one, right?
Yeah.
On the camera.
Very last time.
I'll wear my
Yeah.
girdle. So I look
Spanx?
slim,
Maybe
yeah.
you could go from like,
Swimming
you
Spanx on?
know, going from the bags into the water and then show like some clams in a basket.
If you
and
do
then on
some
a
stills
half
and you
shell.
do some videos, just
Build
as
a
many
video.
as you do, the more I have to work with.
Got it.
Gotcha.
I'll get you plenty.
Oh, we'll get you.
All right, and everyone, you know, one car at the clinic, obviously.
If we can load stuff
Possibly
into your
carpool
truck
somehow.
and your truck, I can ride with you. You got more room in your truck than mine.
In the backseat, sure. Normally I hold that trailer over there too. Like, I've pulled it a few times.
Well, they've got the
Thought
big
about
trailer.
that.
I'll show you the big one.
The big
You also-
trailer, not that
You
little
also
one.
like have
Yeah,
people
I'm
like
talking
behind,
little one.
these cars over by the bubble,
Oh,
that big parking lot over there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Big yellow thing.
Wait, the,
Yeah, that,
tennis
yeah.
ball. Oh, yeah,
We're not
South
gonna
High
talk
Creek?
about
South
that.
High Creek.
Yeah,
There's
Rock
a
and
spot
roll.
there.
yeah.
They didn't.
All right, anything else in
No,
this
no,
meeting or what?
Areas right there.
So,
Couple there.
make a motion then?
Make a motion to adjourn, Sean makes a motion, who seconds
Second
it?
it.
Todd seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, meeting adjourned.